Hi, everyone. So on the first day of my internship, I was supposed to have an orientation meeting in a fancy sushi restaurant in Copley Square. I was sitting across the table from my two supervisors, Abe and Lindsay, very intimidating. And eventually we got into a conversation about my internship, and I was told that I was given free control to work on and manage any research project that I was interested in. Now, for anyone, this would have been great news and a super amazing opportunity. You were working in a trailblazing organization called the Theater Offensive that has made its mark in LGBTQ plus youth theater. But not for me. I was freaking out because I'm a very indecisive person. So that night, I was scrolling and scrolling through their database and online website, looking for anything that I was both interested in and could turn into a semester-long project. I realized that I kept coming back to the same online page about one of the theater's neighborhood programs called Outhood. And I noticed that the language was kind of vague and wasn't explicitly stating the needs of the communities and how their events and programming was directly responding to those needs. So I decided to look further into it, and I began to look at the demographics of the artists and the past attendees of the programs, and also what the community members have said, these are the needs that we want to be addressed, and how has the program addressed these needs. And then I realized that this was the project that I wanted to pursue. I noticed that I also didn't have a lot of background in database analysis. And so I spoke to my supervisors, and we got to work on a specific purpose for the project as well as best methods for the research. But again, I still needed a lot more guidance than I had anticipated earlier on. One Friday, I came into CfSI class, and we were working on a database project and a presentation on analysis of the data. And instantly, I started to get this bubbly feeling because I was like, yes, this is the skill that I need to develop and I need to work on for my project back at the Theater Offensive. But then that fizzled away because it was a group project, and I hate group projects. But I got over it, and I pushed through it, and we did well on the presentation. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm a whiz at data, and I'm not going to tell you that I fell in love with this type of research, because I didn't. But I was able to take that back to my organization, the newfound knowledge about data analysis. And so I kept working on it, and I was able to make the research a little bit more complex. I expanded to more neighborhoods than the 4 core neighborhoods that the Theater Offensive has officially worked on and said that they were going to serve. And after doing that, I had to compile all this information into a presentation. And I started to freak out again because I'm an intern, I've only been here for a few months, and I have to present all this data that I've been doing research on for the past few months to this entire organization and the leaders of the organization. And so I spoke to my supervisor, and together we started to figure out the best ways that I can articulate the information that I had gathered, as well as use like buzzwords and keywords that would spark everyone's attention. And so she said, you just have to be confident. You have all the work, just be confident about it. Go out and wing it. And so the day came, and I got a little bit nervous naturally because all the staff members were there, all except one. Tanaja's here now, so she's here. And the founder and the director of programming they were in the middle, smack dab in the middle, staring right at me. And so naturally, I got the nervous jitters. But I did it 20 minutes later, and I did it. And some staff came up to me after inquiring about how they could access the data and how helpful it would be for their future programming going into the next year. And so I felt really great. And I learned that it wasn't actually data analysis that was the only skill that I gained, but it was confidence. And it was lack of confidence that made me so intimidated in the beginning for a regular orientation meeting. And it was lack of confidence that that made me not want to participate in group projects and group work. And it was lack of confidence that made me not want to present a research presentation that I've been working on for the past 4 years. But I've mustered up the confidence to deliver this story to you today, so I'm very thankful for that. Thank you.